Morning everyone. So 2008, what was the key standout moment for you? Unfortunately, the financial markets crashed. Barack Obama became the first African American to be elected President of the United States. And of course, Scotland Excel was formed. 10 years ago, like some people in the audience today, I had no idea what procurement was. In fact, when I applied for my graduate trainee position, I had to Google what it meant when filling in my application form. Now, nearly 7 years on, I'd like to think I've learned quite a bit in the area, enough that I've been trusted enough today to speak to all you about it. So, who is Scotland Excel? We are the centre of procurement expertise for the local government sector. We are a leading non-profit shared service funded by Scotland's 32 local authorities. We are governed by a joint committee of elected members from all local authority partners, and a subgroup of this body, our executive subcommittee, meet regularly to approve contract awards and other key business decisions. At Scotland Excel, we are the leaders of change. Over the past 10 years, we have helped to raise the profile of procurement in local authorities by championing its potential to shape markets, support policy priorities, and ultimately ensure the sustainable delivery of the service that every community needs. Our services are designed to help councils meet the twin challenge of reducing budgets in a time of growing demand. Collaborative procurement increases efficiency and ensures money is saved to protect frontline services. And by working together through Scotland Excel, local authorities can realise a host of social, economic and environmental benefits from their spend. Scotland Excel also offers an award-winning learning and development programme and provides assessment, consultancy and improvement services to help local authorities transform their procurement capability. We represent the sector at a national level on all matters relating to public procurement and provide procurement support for a range of national sector initiatives. We have 4 goals. 1, supporting the delivery of better and more effective public services. 2, being sustainable in everything we do. 3, placing customers at the heart of our business. And 4, becoming the partner of choice for delivering shared services. Our £1 billion contract portfolio supports the delivery of social care, construction, roads, transport, environment, corporate, education and ICT services, and achieves annual savings of approximately £14.4 million. A strategic approach ensures contracts are designed to encourage innovation, facilitate policy, support local economies, and generate social value for communities. But what does this mean we actually procure for Scotland? Well, I can honestly say for everyone in Scotland, our frameworks will have some impact on your life. Whether it's the bins you put your waste in, the vehicles that pick it up, the salt on the roads, and I think we needed quite a lot of it this winter, the food supplied to your children at school lunch, or the adaptations made in elderly people's home to allow them to remain there for longer. This all comes from our Scotland Excel frameworks. At Scotland Excel, we are proud of the achievements we have made over the last 10 years, and not just with the actual frameworks we have delivered for our customers. Across our framework, we have 777 suppliers, 69% which are classified as SMEs. Of those 777 suppliers, 469 are Scottish, 78% of which are SMEs. There are also over 20 micro-businesses servicing these frameworks as well. In the last year alone, through working with our framework suppliers, we have created 71 jobs, created 32 apprentice placements, delivered 1,672 hours of work experience, and donated £132,000 to community initiatives. But in order to talk about where we are, it's important to go back to the beginning, to where it all started. When we started in 2008, the key goal was to get all 32 local authorities subscribed to Scotland Excel. When completing our tenders, suppliers were asked to indicate what local authority areas they had an ability to service across Scotland. Where suppliers couldn't bid for all local authority areas, they would be penalised. This meant that smaller companies would be disadvantaged compared to larger companies, as it would not be possible for them to service all of Scotland and have the correct distribution networks in place. But fast forward to 2018, and it isn't just our logo that's changed. We have come a long way on our journey. We have expanded into service frameworks in areas such as waste, social care, construction and ICT, with our current contract portfolio now sitting at 60 live frameworks. We try to be innovative when asking for what we want, including sourcing locally where we can. We work with framework suppliers in order to also further develop their supply chains. We change marketplaces in order to increase more competition, and prior to any tender exercise, we now also conduct extensive market engagement to ensure we fully understand the market and to make sure the framework is fit for purpose for our customers. So are we there yet? Well, as you can see from the graph on the screen, our portfolio has grown significantly. However, we haven't just grown in monetary values. I'd like to go back to 2015 and tell you a story from then of when I volunteered for classrooms for Malawi. Now, the people in that village had literally nothing. Running water was only installed in the village before we went. Over the course of the 2 weeks, I learned from this third world country how important it is for them to be sustainable and support their own village, an ethos that I brought back to Scotland Excel and ensured to capture into my own frameworks, as well as supporting one of our business goals. So how could I incorporate sustainability as a contract owner for the Scotland Excel food frameworks? Well, in a number of ways, which shows where we've grown. I've included products with a country of origin of Scotland within frameworks while still remaining within the boundaries of EU procurement regulations by designing specifications to meet these requirements, e.g. asking for protected geographical indication meat or asking for haddock products to be single frozen, resulting in them having to come from Scottish waters. But it wasn't just the products that I considered sustainability in, but also our supply base. As I mentioned earlier, we split our framework into lots. However, with some frameworks, these lots are further split into geographical areas. For larger or rural local authorities, they may choose to split their area out further to encourage local suppliers in certain areas to be able to bid for the framework. This resulted in our milk having 56 different geographical lots. The number of suppliers awarded onto 2 food frameworks in the last 12 months increased the number of SMEs from 1 to 9. The previous SME supplier on the framework also increased our local authorities they offered for from 2 to 4. But how else have we grown? Well, Scotland itself prides itself in the evolution it has made with policymakers in our commodity areas over the last 10 years. Whether that be for the work on waste with Zero Waste Scotland, tackling period poverty within our washroom solutions framework, having a seat at the table for numerous food policies, including Better Eating, Better Learning, or supporting the increased entitlement for early learning and childcare. Finally, and an area where we can only keep continuing to grow, is innovation. In order to be sustainable, innovation is key to keeping our business growing and developing, and this is important to us not only when we renew a tender, such as the domestic furniture, but also as part of contract management. Scotland Excel was very much open to innovation from suppliers and ideas that they can also bring to the table with us. As I mentioned earlier, but it's not just about monetary value for us and what benefits we deliver there, but also the additional community benefits that local authorities have gained from being part of Scotland Excel. Not even the last 10 years, but even looking the last 5 years, local authorities and communities have benefited from 274 new jobs, 200 apprenticeships, 59,777 hours of work experience, £285 to community initiatives, and over 348 tonnes of waste diverted from landfill. A number of our suppliers are also living wage accredited, ensuring that employees are paid a wage that meets the cost of living. So I've spoken this morning about the journey of Scotland Excel, where we began, where we are, but where are we going now? In order to achieve our goals of being the partner of choice for our customers and supporting the delivery of better and more effective public services, it is essential that we are continually involved with policymakers and ensure we are proactive rather than reactive with our contract delivery. An example of this is within our new build project. This area will be worth approximately £500 million over 4 years and is supporting local authorities with the Scottish Government's commitment of 50,000 affordable homes by 2021. With this, we'll bring about lots of subcontracting opportunities through our larger suppliers, as well as SME involvement through the lotting structure with the potential of the geographic lots. Consideration of new construction techniques, such as off-site construction and manufacturing, will also be included, as well as ensuring energy efficiency and carbon reduction targets are met, again, ensuring we are sustainable in everything we do. With a well-established portfolio of frameworks for social care for children, it is also important to take cognizance of the fact that within Scotland, we very much have an ageing population. As a result, the social care landscape is changing, and so is Scotland Excel, by further developing into social care for adults. Two main areas for opportunity for this sector currently are our care home services for older people and care and support services, which will seek to facilitate the provision of innovative approaches to promoting choice and control, increasing life choices and improving lifestyles for people using these services, and supporting people to maintain or develop links with their communities. The digital era is very much upon us as well. I'm sure everyone in the room has been baffled at what a child under 5 can tell you what can be done with an iPad or a phone these days. And ICT cuts across a number of our commodity areas, whether it be our social care team and the development of the Swift payment system, our food team for cashless catering, or our education team for online school payments, and the focus of digital within the school curriculum. This is why our ICT area is very much an area of growth, where we will be developing new frameworks as well as adapting existing frameworks to meet the needs of our customers. The Operational Supplies and Services team within Scotland Excel has just had its first birthday. And as you may have guessed from the name, this focuses on our operational requirements for local authorities. Over the next 12 months, some of the areas likely to be covered in this team will include commercial catering equipment, signage, vending machines, aids for daily living, and bread and rolls. And just like any of the frameworks within these new areas, Scotland Excel is looking to work with suppliers that share our values, work with suppliers that understand community benefits and the importance of them, and work with suppliers that will continue to bring new ideas. When you look back in 10 years' time, what do the events you want to remember from 2018 be? Will it be the year that Roger Federer won his 20th Grand Slam? The year that Kim Jong-un finally met with South Korea? The year Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got married? Or will it be the year that you began working with Scotland Excel?